Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in again to Small Town Johnstown. Today is going to be our biggest podcast. We are sharing mics today. So I am Jenny, here with...
your co-host, Nick.
Bryanna from Trippy, Hippy.
And Gabby from Bewitching Beauty Spa.
Are you sure it's not Abby?
Wait a minute.
The G is not silent.
So today we're going to get into an event that you guys have started together. Two businesses collaborating, and you held that today, the day that we're filming. So do you guys want to talk about that a little bit? How your day went? Who you saw? What'd you do?
Yep. I think it always goes really well. Gabby and I really come together. We've known each other for a long time. So basically it's just you're coming in. Gabby's working on the facials. I'm doing more of my spiritual stuff. It's a nice blend of everything together.
Yeah, I definitely think it's really nice coming in. You get your skin glowing, you get your spiritual balance, and it's just a good 45 minutes of pure relaxation.
Yeah. People always come in and they're just ugh, and then they leave and they are shining like the sun.
Yes, glowing and inside and out. You can feel the weight difference with that they're carrying energetically.
Yeah, and we really work well together, even though we said today we should do some bloopers because it's quite hilarious, two people trying to work around each other. Yeah. But it just somehow vibes really well. But it's just so good, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it. And women coming together.
Yes, yeah, there's something so special about women balancing out other women. I can't really explain it, but it's
a feeling that you feel.
We were here for 5 hours today. It feels like we were here for 2. Just the day goes so smoothly and nicely. It's just, I don't know. I love doing it.
Yeah, and I think for girls too, it's hard. Maybe it's just for me, but to connect with other women. So when people come in here, it's just I'm watching Gabby as she's pouring into someone, and she's watching me as I'm pouring into somebody, and they just leave feeling so uplifted and supported. So that's something that I think is really important that you don't see much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A space where it's just women and everyone can be themselves and get relaxed. And, that's not something you get in a lot of areas around town, for sure. Talk or walk me through the process of how you guys, even if there's bloopers, how you guys work together. Are you guys both working on the same person? Are you switching back and forth? What does the event look like?
Yeah, was there any confusion on who is who? The people were Amanda? I'm Amanda. What if you have another Amanda too? And just
So it's very private. You sign up on Gabby's booking site. It's just one person at a time, and both of us working together on that one single person.
Yeah. So I deep dive into the skincare, which takes about 35 minutes of the 45 minutes, and then that last 10-15 minutes Bree's working on the headspace. So that's kind of how we've balanced it and work around each other.
Yeah, the first time I was really shocked that it just flowed the way it did. I played the bowls in the beginning. We didn't have any practice at all. You come in, you get a card pull. We let you read your card. Gabby walks you through what the facial's like. You go over. We have you get comfortable. We come out. We play bowls. Gabby starts with the skincare. I kind of guide you through some breathing and just dropping into the space. And then, Yeah.
And then after that, it's just us working together and maybe occasionally bumping butts.
Yeah, it's a small space in there.
We're trying to make contact, and our whole butt is in the screen for a whole 15 minutes.
Yes, yeah. We had a 45-minute video one day, and I couldn't use half the content because our butts were just focused. Just that was the center of attention. Butts everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. But I think we do really good at reading people's energy and what they need from the session, and comfort level for people too.
You can definitely tell it's a hit too, because we have clients that keep returning. Every time they're when's your next one? And they're pre-booking, which is amazing.
Yeah.
We definitely want to eventually open up more dates, but right now it's just once a month that we're doing it.
It's been really nice.
But yeah, they book up pretty fast. We will launch the date, and within a couple weeks it's booked up.
So my question would be, how do you know these services would blend well together? Did it take a lot of planning?
It's just intuition.
Okay. Just women's intuition.
Intuition and inspiration. So I know there's other estheticians that I follow within the Instagram, TikTok community. Rest in peace, TikTok.
Rest in peace, TikTok.
They are Reiki certified and also estheticians, and they have Reiki facials where they do it all just one person. unfortunately, I am not in tune with my energetic self enough to to do that. So I was just like, oh, I love Bri. I'm going to bring her in. And like, she was the one who was like messaging me every month, like, hey, let's do a collab. What do you want to do this collab? I was like, girl, I promise we're going to do this collab. It was a rough first 2 years getting the business just up and going. And honestly, I think that if we would have done it earlier in our careers, it wouldn't have been such a big hit, because we both have a pretty I think we had to build up
individually.
We did.
Before.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. You each have to know what you're doing to be able to take your knowledge and kind of mash it together.
And it's nice to collab with people, because then all of it's not just on you. Yeah. Like, these days go so easy and so smooth, because it's like, oh, like a breath of fresh air. While Gabby's doing something, I can take like step away. Or while I'm doing something, Gabby can step away.
Those last 10-15 minutes of the service are so nice, because I'm able to like tear down what I can and reset for the next client, like while the current client's still sitting there. Where if I'm doing that by myself, like I need 15 minutes in between the next client to rebalance the room back out and get
because you want your people to feel good and like you're there with them like the whole time. So it's nice to split that with somebody every once in a while.
Yeah, versus just you guys. You know, you do everything yourself. You have Jen helping you sometimes, but your services are still separate, right?
Right. So Jen and I actually split the week. So she's in here more than I am. So she's in Sunday through Wednesday, and then I'm here Thursday through Saturday. So Bewitching Beauty Spa is now a 7-day operation, which is crazy to even think about. Like 3 years ago, this felt so unachievable, but here we are.
So how did you guys meet, and why did?
So it all started at Jackson Elementary student pickup line.
My daughter and her daughter went to school together.
Aww.
And I would always see like Gabby like running out of her Subaru. Like we were both like, oh God, we're so late, dropping off our kids. And then
Not late moms.
Yes,
we were. We don't do that in our business, but
just in our personal life.
For the kids, it's fine.
That'll be fine. Everything's good. I think one of the teachers had mentioned to Gabby, because her and I were like, wait, how did we meet? Like other than seeing each other in the drop-off line. Had mentioned to her, like, oh, did you know that Layla's mom owns, like, a space too? And she was like, no. And then I don't really know.
I think we added each other on Facebook, and then, like, we just started interacting. This is the new age friendship building. Yeah. Start interacting with each other's posts, and one of you will send a DM and be like, hey, girl, hey.
Yeah. And I went to...
popping off.
Yeah. I went to one of her... I got my lashes tinted.
Yeah, we did. We traded services, I think.
Yeah. And you came and got a session when I was in my house, working out of my house.
Yes. We've since upgraded.
We have... Yes. Gabby and I, like, started at the same time, and we're on this just, like, never ending,
Yeah, we're like, our soul paths are aligned perfectly together. It's just very weird.
Yeah.
Like, kids same age, businesses the same age.
Yeah.
Growth
it's
the
wild.
Same.
Yeah. And then after that was just like history, and I will hound people if I like them. So I was like, Gabby. Come on.
I need that. I'm the kind of person that, like, once it's in my head, it's out my ear, and I'm forgetting it. If I don't write it down or put it on my calendar, don't count on me remembering.
Yeah, that's how we were.
I'm like journaling. I'm like, I need to do this in the next year.
Last night we both were so proud of each other because we remembered about the podcast, because one of them put it on our calendar. I texted her. I was like, don't forget we have a podcast tomorrow. And she's like, I remembered in my noggin. Me too. I said, hopefully I remember tomorrow morning.
We did good.
Sent the high five emojis.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and then the rest has just been history. When did we start doing this? It's like 2 months ago.
November, December. November. We started in November because we had to before the new year.
Yeah. Wait. 3?
Doing some serious math right now.
November, December, January.
Yes, 3.
Yeah.
So it's our third one. We have our fourth one
February. February 22nd, 222.
And our price is set at 111, so 111. We really like to incorporate those angel spiritual numbers just because, I don't know, 111 and 1111 have been numbers that guided me so far on the last 4 years of my journey.
Yeah.
444.
Make a wish. 1111.
Yeah, I love 1111.
Yeah.
So when you guys first started or thinking about collaborating, did you kind of do like a word of mouth thing to see if you have a clientele list for it? Did you
We just kind of jumped in.
Yeah, we just were like, hey, let's do this, and we're diving right in.
We met at Roots and discussed it.
Which it was like 10 minutes of discussing the club and then 2 hours of just gossiping
Yeah.
with each other.
What's something to gossip?
So Ben and I were so fresh. My boyfriend and I were still so new at that time when we were talking about it. So we had a lot of like catching up to do about relationships.
Yeah, because we hadn't seen each other.
Like, it was a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, like I said, we both were very busy.
Like
down
sharing
in the
about our
nitty-gritty.
business and everything. And then we were like, all right, let's make this happen. And we just kind of posted it and it just like took off.
Yeah, like I don't even know if we posted like it actually. No, we posted it once on Instagram, and then ever since then it's just been story only and it's booked up.
Yeah, people are looking for self-care opportunities, which I think is really great and it's important.
No, for sure.
And it's like affordable.
It is. You're saving when you're combining the two services with the Soulful Serenity, because basic facial with me is $75. I'm not sure on your pricing, but that's already almost all of the $111.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and we like to add in the goodies too. So like you get the little tarot read, it's sound healing, tuning forks, the Reiki, everything, and then all of Gabby's stuff meshed in. I mean, it's just
It's like a two.
it's a good way too to try each other, like both of us out.
Right.
And I've had people take Gabby's cards and mine, vice versa, and then like they come to each of our places on their own.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys have any overlapping clients, or like have you brought clients to her, or vice versa?
Yeah, I think it's
yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
my one client came and saw you. So I had a facial client. She'd book with me once a month just for a facial. And then we started doing this, and now she books this as her once a month facial rather than just a one-on-one with me. She really enjoys this.
yeah.
Yeah, I really love your services too, babe. I have yet to get a facial, but that's next on my list.
I also feel like I
Yeah,
forced
it's
Jenny
okay.
to come to me.
She was like, "No, please come back."
Yeah. Do it.
Don't pull my leg.
Come on, Nick.
No, he's on his way, and you could use a facial too, sweetie. We'll both get a couples facial together.
Okay, we can do a couple's facial.
That is exciting.
We have something really exciting in the works too coming up. We're gonna add another service in with ours and make it like a whole wellness
retreat kind of.
Yeah.
Just the two of you, or are we adding?
We're adding someone else.
Okay, so like a triad of services.
Yes.
Okay.
And people like the fact that there's like different hands touching them at different times. And it was something that a lot of our clients had said. Like they never had a service where it was like two people coming together. And they were like, it's so cool because it's like, where does your mind go? Like you have your face being touched, your legs being touched.
Everyone's
like,
just touching you everywhere.
Yeah. Touch.
And I feel like that really helps you get out of your head. Like
Yeah.
I feel like when you can't focus on people touching you, like then you get to turn inwards and reflect more. Like I definitely think that the constant hands-on helps with the mind.
Yeah. And plus, since like COVID, people don't really touch each other anymore.
Yeah.
So you're just lacking like that supportive, caring, like community almost.
Yeah, human touch is very important. I feel
Yeah.
like that's why like things like facials and massages are such popular services within
Oh yeah.
just the day and age, because people just like to be touched.
Yeah.
That might sound weird, but people like to
No,
be touched.
I
You
know.
need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need someone to just like care for. Like you need one person in your life that's just gonna listen to whatever you have to say and is gonna like touch you with like kindness and care.
Yeah, and who better than you guys? I mean, come on.
Right.
Two lovely ladies with their own businesses. So when you decided to collaborate, typically it's competition, right? You guys aren't necessarily like offering the same service, but like how do you work around the competition aspect and kind of work together, so you both get your split between the service?
I don't think there's ever been any competition with us.
No, so we split everything, tips and the price of service, just right down the middle. We just make it fair. I don't know. There's really never been any competition between us. I mean, in any aspect, like I'm community over competition all the way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, not everyone is, so that's why I
No.
asked that question.
that's why I don't collab with just anybody.
Yes, that was gonna be my next thing. Like you have to be very particular with just in general, who you're giving your energy to.
Yeah.
But also, like some people will mesh so much better than other people, and that's totally okay. Like you just have to find your people.
So I know you said you're gonna add a third service, and this is kind of like a beauty relaxation thing. Are you eventually gonna add like a spa type part?
I feel like it kind of is going to be that way.
Eventually? Like maybe like a...
With like our service that we're adding.
Without giving too many spoilers.
Without giving too many spoilers. But
Can't give too many details, but let's just say there'll be a lot of hands touching you.
Yeah. A lot of love and good vibes.
Yes, definitely a lot of energetic exchange. And your muscles won't hurt as much.
Wink,
Wink.
wink.
For the audience that is only listening, there was 2 winks going on.
So I'll ask a question for you. Since it typically is like a woman type service or a woman's space, I know you get male clients sometimes.
Yeah.
I would assume not so much because you do lashes and also things like that.
No men are coming to get eyelashes, but if you are a man and you want some eyelashes done, this is a welcoming space.
Yeah.
No judgment.
No judgment.
Non-discrimination, but don't see it very often.
We listen, but we don't judge.
I do have a few male clients that they don't regularly come, but they pop up every once in a while in my books, and they're actually like a little bit older gentlemen. Like they're just starting to notice the aging on their skin, and then they're like, how can I fix this?
Yeah.
And I'm always just like, come see me and let's find your routine that works for you. But
we would love if any men would like to come.
Oh yeah, this is
It's really cool that it's just not, men aren't always as open to that kinds of things.
No, they're not.
But to know that you have that option available, and there are slowly people making their way into the beauty and wellness space, I think is very important.
Just don't be creepy, and you can come.
Of course.
Yes.
You will be fired as a client if you come in and be creepy, for sure.
Yes, we don't appreciate, because this is our jobs. We don't want to be pestered with perverted things.
No Deshaun Watsons.
No happy endings.
I had a bad run-in too, so.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to say, have you had to fire any clients?
I guess it's not like really firing, or just like
go?
preferred to not even reach back to that person ever again.
Okay, so you didn't have to say you're not welcome back. You just
No, I was just like, oh gosh. Well, that's just like my motto always. I won't say anything to you. I'll just like dip.
Yeah, smart.
Irish
Block 'em.
goodbye.
Just like, whoop, not here anymore.
I don't know where people, I'm not going to say men or women, but where they get off to just ask that sort of thing. Like,
I think it's great.
Feel
like,
comfortable to even ask that is weird.
Yeah.
We want to see you like fall into pleasure in a way of like sensation and your time here, and like I love watching women just melt here, and I would love to watch a man, and even in my services, like I watch men melt and just.
There's just, I don't know, something, I don't even want to say rewarding, but something so surreal about watching someone's stress just melt away. Watching them leave just so much lighter than they came in.
Yeah.
And like, it's rewarding. It makes you feel good. Like, oh, that person might have had a rough week, but now they're starting their week just balanced, because we always do these on Saturdays usually. So
yeah. The weekends are key.
Yeah, because it's a nice time to de-stress and let the whole week go.
Yes. Whenever you come in here, I have a heated bed, and you're under a 15-pound weighted blanket. So you are like snug like a little bug on the bed, warm and toasty.
Yeah. I do the same thing at my place.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you see an increase in clients, like, when it is crappy out like this? Like, I know I am not as happy at this time of year because I don't get to go outside, experience nature, swim and do different outdoor activities and stuff because you're all cooped up. So do you see more people come in that need extra help?
I guess it just depends on the season and the time.
I will say I do think I see more facials like on my books personally in the wintertime, because this is just the time of year where your skin is going crazy. Like,
Yeah,
a lot
my
of people,
skin's super crusty
a lot of people are like, I don't know what to do, my skin's so dry, and really it's the weather, it's the cold air, just coming and getting maintenance facials really does help a lot, but also finding a nice balanced routine. But I will say I'm a baby, I don't drive in the snow, so like I will reschedule my whole day if it is snowing out, because it's not worth it.
See, for me, I don't know, I don't get seasonal depression. I like this. I think it's nice with the snow. I'm like, it's beautiful.
It's a good time to slow down.
Yeah, we get to stay inside and watch TV and relax.
But that to me, like, personally feels like the bed rotting. Like, I need to be out and moving and doing something. I don't know if it has to do with, like, mental state, or maybe it is, like, more of, like, a woman thing to always having to feel busy and always needing to do something. But it's hard for me to stay inside.
I'm like, oh, it's snowing? Xbox Day. Or we get to watch TV, or...
I love Xbox. That's usually what occupies my time. I will build everything on Minecraft just because I'm bored. But my seasonal depression used to be really bad in the winter, but it's not so much anymore. This winter, I took up skiing. My boyfriend really pushed me into that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to ski.
I was too, but
With all of your sledding, Nick, I mean, come on.
I'd rather sled than ski. At least I'm not gonna have a stick fly somewhere near me.
He went sledding and injured his face. Can you only imagine if he goes down on skis?
Hit a tree. My seasonal depression is probably in the summer. Because I'm just too hot to do anything.
And then it just depends on what you like.
And you don't get the coolness of the snow. It's just hot.
Yeah.
I
would rather just be outside. I like the summer and the sun. But I would say this year, this is like the first time that, because we moved locations, this is the first time that we were like open during the winter months. And I expected it to be slow, but it definitely was not. Mm-hmm. So I think with time, it'll be able to tell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I won't lie, January, the last 2 Januaries of owning Bewitching Beauty Spa, like, January was my slowest month, and this month, like, I was expecting a slowdown. I have not seen a slowdown. I'm like struggling to fit people on my schedule.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that too at our last thing. I was like, oh yeah, hopefully January we can slow down. That's like January, you know.
I have to go Christmas shopping. Too bad.
No, sit down.
So, do you guys, other than gender, do you guys get a good variety of clients? Certain ages, certain races, anything?
Yeah.
Or just a bunch of people, doesn't really matter?
Yeah. I do a lot of kids stuff too, and I've noticed that's starting to like uplift and take off too, which is good because kids and teens need somewhere they can go, and kids are just so open. I just love it.
I was gonna say, what's the difference between having adult women versus small little children?
I just think they don't question as much because, like, do you remember when you were a kid, your imagination just uplifted and you just loved life. I wish I could get back to that time, but not gonna happen. But yeah. They just are more open. It's easier.
Yeah. Because I would think it would be more difficult.
I think it's hard, like little ones. It's a little bit more difficult. But I also think that pays off. Because like with my kids, they watched me do this from the very beginning. And they're really great at like the deep breathing. My daughter will be like, I see you're overwhelmed, like lay down. And she's not certified in Reiki, but she'll just like put her hands on me and, do her thing.
That's so cute.
It's great to have also a village for moms and little ones to come and just like connect and let their kids just be.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a little bit like about your schedules. A hot topic on the podcast has been like time management, and with you guys both being moms, like do you work outside of your business? How is it like with watching the little ones at home? Like how do you guys balance that out?
Well, luckily Kyla, my little one, she is in school now, so that helps tremendously. Like she's going to school 8 hours a day. But Monday through Wednesday I work from home for another company, and then Thursday through Saturday I'm in the spa. So Thursdays and Fridays I have someone, my babysitter is a bus driver for the school district, so she just rides her bus home and then I pick her up after my work day. But as of lately, Thursdays and Fridays I've been here from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So
it's a long day.
Yeah, and then on the weekends her dad and I co-parent, so he has her on the weekends.
That's good.
Yeah, he can't see her much throughout the week with his work schedule.
Yeah.
So I work hard during the weekends, and I guess still hard during the week.
Always working way too hard.
We were literally playing every day, hustling this morning because I'm like, just gonna get the vibe.
Yeah, you gotta mentally prepare yourself for work.
Yes.
I would say, I mean, it's tough, but I think once you're a nurse and you're just like starving yourself and taking care of all these people, this is like a breeze for me compared to working in a hospital.
Oh yeah.
For 3 12-hour shifts. So I do casual like once a day or 1 day a week. I do home health, so I drive to see patients who are having like mental health issues, and then the kids are in school. Like Gabby said, I have 2, so I have a 6 and a 4-year-old, and Devin, my husband, really helps a lot. Like you need a good support system to be doing something like this, and my family will pick up whenever they can too. And then I'm just at the space whenever I'm not working and whenever I have time. So we have a lot of like 11 to 7s, 4 to 8s. I know evenings and weekends work best for people. So that's what we try to do.
How has it been on your spouses to be running your own businesses with them, and like have you guys communicated that?
Well, my relationship's still really new. Like we're about like a year of hanging out, like 7 months together officially. But I will say he's probably the most supportive partner I've ever had. Like if I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a little break, he'd be like, why are you taking a break?
Yeah.
Everything okay? like, what's going on? You don't want to make money? Like, after a long, like, before I start a long day, he'll message me and be like, make that money, honey. Like, he's just very supportive, and I've never really had that in a partner, so I don't think I ever have to worry. He's like, oh, my biggest goal in life is to have my girlfriend making more money than me.
Not everyone would say that.
I know, yeah.
He's
so
like, I got me a sugar mama.
It's like out on the porch collecting the money as you go.
He was like, I'll be a trad husband. It's fine.
Seriously.
I think, I mean, it's obviously an adjustment, but Devin has supported me from the very beginning, even with everything. Because when you're doing it on your own, of course, it's like, you know, you're together, husband and wife, but this is like a representation of me. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm really hard on myself. I want the best of the best. And that's something Gabby and I share. Like, we are like hard workers. Like, we want to get in it, do our best, present ourselves in the best way that we can. So he'll be like, dude, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself. Like, look where you were. You were once in the house in a little room, and now and he's been somebody who's really pushed me to be like, see my value and get out on my own and do my own thing. So I'll get emotional if I keep talking about this.
That's fine. That's
I'll
fine.
stop.
Keep talking.
Do it for the TikTok, the last day.
And my kids are just really supportive too with everything. Like, Layla and Liam will come help me clean up and pick things up and come up with ideas. So
yeah, Kyla's always like, I haven't been to the spa in a while. Can I come with you?
Yes, Layla.
She was here, what was that, yesterday, because her babysitter came to get her lashes done, and Kyla like come in and she was just like, it's been so long since I've been in here. It looks different. I forgot what it looked like. It's just like,
Yeah.
which is nice because when I first started, like, I was lugging her here with me, and she was sitting here for 6-8 hours a day, and now like it's just nice that like I get to come here and like I can actually like afford a babysitter. Like, it's just so
That's
surreal,
great.
like how far I've come, and you don't even realize like the growth. Like, those are like little things of growth, and you don't realize it until you're reflecting back and you're like, oh wow, I'm doing the thing.
Yeah, you have to really celebrate yourself in doing stuff like this. And then they're like, can you work on me? I don't know if you're just like...
Kyle's like, I need a facial. I was like,
Yeah.
don't need one, but...
And it's like great to show them too that you can chase anything that you want. Like, I grew up in that family that was like, go to work, get your retirement, do it, go.
College.
And now I feel like my grandparents are looking at me like, I did not expect this to be what it is.
Yeah, because if you lay it out for them, it's kind of a crazy idea, you know, like you go to your parents or grandparents, whoever, say, I'm going to do people's eyelashes for a living. They're going to be like,
yeah, I definitely got a few looks whenever I was like, I want to be an esthetician. An the what?
Yeah.
You cut hair? No. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't pursue this until like mid-20s. I was like 2-time college dropout. I was like, I don't know what to do with my life. And like I got really into makeup and then permanent makeup. I mean, I've shared my story on here. Yeah. But like, yeah, just... It's
evolved over time. Yes. It's okay to evolve and change. And it's probably even worse with you. 'Cause I know you said, it is. Bree and her woo-woo services that she offers.
Yeah.
Like, how do you explain that to people when you're like, I'm going to heal people with Reiki and tarot cards for a living? Like, how do you explain that?
I don't know. I guess it's weird. I mean, I was skeptical at once too. With being a nurse, it's all science, evidence-based practice. But then like you just feel your soul. I can't tell you how many times I'm like sitting in an inpatient unit like, this sucks. Like, these people need so much more than just pumping them. I can't tell you the amount of shots that I was just ready. Like, I know I have to give a shot. If you ask me to give someone a shot right now, I'd just be like, because it's like, that's all we did. We didn't like really give people therapeutic things. And then once I tapped into it, I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. And like the right people will come your way.
Yeah, so you just kind of had to see the worst of it and be like, okay, this isn't what I love to do. I feel like there's another way to heal people.
Yeah, and it does. Like, I wish that people could just share their success stories because it's wild.
Yeah. What success stories have you had? And then same for you. Like, have you had any clients over the years that you've been open that have dramatically changed or, you know, have taken better care of their skin or, you know, whatever that would be for both of you?
Doing it first?
I can. I would definitely say, like, I have had, like, lash clients come in and they just know nothing about skincare. I mean, they're getting their lashes done, but like you just get to talking, like, because like I don't know, like I have clients that are like, what do you do other than the lashes? Because I do a lot of lashes, and like I always like skincare is like my next thing, because like I want to see more skincare. So if I can upsell a client to trying a facial out, like I will. So I've just like seen a lot of my clients start to get more interested in taking care of their skin, because like, I mean, let's face it, we're not getting younger.
Awesome.
So yes,
Gabby helped me. I was like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Help me.
And like the thing with me is like I do have a skincare line that I retail, but like I understand that not everyone's budget can fit that. So like I will always recommend some drugstore products that are my favorite, that I know work. So I always have a routine for everyone. So I would say like, yeah, it's nice seeing like people take an interest in their skin, because it's your largest organ. So
True.
Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That's nursing stuff that I learned in school. Right. So that's correct. So most people don't know that.
They don't.
I think for me, I've seen so many people just like fall back in love with themselves again and put themselves first and just break the status quo of like, I need to do what everyone else, like people pleasing. And I've watched people leave their jobs. I've watched people leave relationships. I've like just elevate into this beautiful, like, I feel like I can see what I need them to, or what they want to be. And then they just like shift and they come back sometime later on and they're just a whole different person. And I think it's just, you know, when someone cares about you and listens to you.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And those things just come out.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Do you want to tell people where they can schedule for this event that you guys have and when it is?
So if they want to schedule for a Soulful Serenity event with Bewitching Beauty Spa and Trippy Hippy Healing, the best thing to do is to turn on your story notifications for both pages, because we only post those on the stories now. So the booking link will be on there. You can always DM and ask for the next date too as well, and we will be glad to send that booking link to you and get you scheduled.
And it's on 2/22. February 22nd.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah,
the next one.
Yeah, the next one. There's not 2/22s in all months. Sorry.
But yeah, best way is to turn on those story notifications for both of our pages.
I agree.
So how long did it take you guys to build up? I know but how long did it take you guys to build up your social media following? And how is that been going on?
So I'll say it's a continuous build. In the very beginning, though, I got a lot of my following from doing giveaways, collabing with other businesses doing giveaways. I know I collabed with Roots a few times to do giveaways, and like it does help you build up clientele. And I will say that I saw some clients come in from those giveaways, but since then I've kind of stopped doing giveaways, so my social media following is organically climbing now. I'm not doing anything. Sometimes I'll boost a post, but not very often. So just I think bringing on Jen to my team really helped that as well, because like her friends on Facebook see our page, they follow it, and it's slowly building, but all organically at this point.
So for me, it was more so like I was told when I started this, put yourself anywhere. So I was literally all over the place, like Gabby said, with giveaways, but like physically putting myself places, especially when I was doing stuff out of my house. And then I feel like I did partake in some giveaway stuff, but then it's just like shifted to like word of mouth. Like, hey, have you seen that girl? She's in Vinco, which like is the weirdest spot for anybody to come for like holistic healing. But they'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't know you were there. And then like our following has really grew like within this last year.
Yes.
It's wild.
Yeah, I went from being like, I mean, I remember this time last year, I was sitting here twiddling my thumbs, just finding things to do here, because like I'd have like big 4 or 5 hour gaps in my days, and I'm not driving home. I'll just sit here and do something, mop floors, whatever. And like March of last year, I just started getting booked out every 2 weeks. Like it just came out of absolutely nowhere. I was like, what is going on? I'm doing the thing. What? Like it was just insane.
It's like a beautiful thing.
It honestly still doesn't feel real.
It's like a kind of a hump. Once you get past that hump, it just starts to go down uphill. Or, I don't know.
Uphill.
Yeah, it starts to go uphill.
And I think with like personal growth too, because owning a business is really hard on your personal self. Like being hard on yourself, feeling like you're not doing enough, feeling like you're not as good as everybody else. And once you release all of that and you're just like, listen, I'm me. Like people are gonna come to me for me. I felt like that was when I really elevated too, and I wasn't like crumbled by everything and everybody else.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I think the only like hump I have now as a business owner is just wanting to get out of working 6 days a week. Like being able to have my business as my sole income. Like that's my biggest goal in the next 5 years. I mean, I know it seems long. It's going to be achieved before the 5-year mark, but I'm giving myself 5 years to achieve that.
Yeah, so you don't stress yourself out.
Yes.
And it's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
I mean, for me, like taking care of kids, being a husband, or being a husband. What? Well, I kind of am. Sorry, Devin. Taking care of kids, being a wife, running a business, like you have to stay active on your page for people to like.
Oh, content, I always fall short on it because I'm just like doing 1,000 other things and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't posted in a week.
Yeah, and for me, like the ideas are always running, so I'm like always trying to come up with new stuff. And then to work a normal job on top of that, like there are days where I come home and I'm just like, I can't do this much longer. But also you have to make sure you're financially good when you're taking care of kids and you have a house and like all of these things. Like I'm jealous of people who don't have all of those. It's just them. Like running a small business. Like you just have to take care of yourself. And I'd eat ramen all freaking
Oh my gosh, yeah. If I wasn't a parent, I probably wouldn't be working another job.
Yeah.
I'd probably be down here. I'd find a way to be down here 5 days a week rather than 3. But like overall, I want to work less. I don't want to work more. So like
and doing something you love.
Yes. I don't feel like I'm working when I'm here.
Me either.
No. I'm just like, oh, I get to make girls pretty. Pretty girls prettier.
Or guys.
Yeah, fellas, you can be handsomer.
Yes.
Yeah, get the girls somehow, right?
But yeah.
Or dudes.
We just love everybody. Everyone is loved.
Everyone's welcome here.
Yes. But yeah.
So do you want to end with that? Just kind of tips that you have for anyone that's struggling as a business owner, parent, busy person, whoever?
Oh, if you're struggling, just keeping on. I mean, there were so many days where I was like, I don't know where this is going to go. Like I was working, like I said, full time as a nurse. Like my business was on the back burner. Now my business is at the forefront and I'm working casual. Like if you're passionate about it and you're good at it, believe in yourself and just like, you are your like person that's going to put yourself out there and you have to believe in yourself.
I totally agree. I mean, the biggest, like any negative thought you get while on your journey, you just have to disregard it because it's a negative energy trying to get you to defocus from the goal you're focusing on. That's how I've always looked at it. I start to get those like, oh, you're tired, you're overwhelmed. And I'd be like, shut up. Yep, we are, but it's fine. We'll keep on keeping on, like you said.
And then you come to me and I'll help you through that.
I mean, we all have our vices. Definitely, that's important is having your vice, finding a way that you can take care of yourself even in the midst of the chaos.
Fill your cup. Your cup has to be full or
you can't.
That I learned that last year. Yeah. I ended up in the ER and that wasn't fun. So you have to fill your cup too on top of everything.
And like eating a well-balanced diet, staying hydrated. And I know those things seem so like, oh really, those will help, but they do. Getting a good night's rest, like you'll feel way better about yourself if you're taking care of yourself.
Do the cheap stuff too, like Gabby said. Go to bed early, find some like podcasts for free on YouTube or something, like anything that you can find.
Just taking a moment in the shower to take some deep breaths and just recenter yourself. There's always a quick way to balance.
And I think for the kid portion, get them involved. Show them what it's like so when they get older, they don't... Like, I remember growing up, like, oh, I want to be a nurse. I was like, yay, you're a nurse. You're going to make money and be so happy. And I was like, I'm not happy at all. So, like, I think it's great to teach my kids, like, be whatever you want to be when you grow up. And, like, I think that's important.
It is very important. I mean, whenever your kids get to see you chasing your dreams and they know that no dream is out of reach for them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for being the first repeat guest that we have interviewed.
That is true.
Look at us.
And experimenting with this 2-mic 4-person setup we have right now.
I love it. I like it.
Yeah, it's very intimate.
Did it?
We're all close together.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.